What is going on, everyone? It is Mr. Warning Hazard with another upload to this channel, and today I am going to be showing you guys how to make some pretty cool thumbnails for YouTube videos. And thumbnails are these like preview windows before you click on a YouTube video. And I think this is a really big deal if you want to get views on your videos, because a lot of people, including myself, decide which videos to watch based on the thumbnails. And if it has a good thumbnail, I'm more than likely to click on it rather than a video with a bad thumbnail. It's kind of like the old saying, don't judge a book by its cover, but a lot of people do, so a lot of people judge YouTube videos by their thumbnails. So, first of all, you need to have custom thumbnails enabled. In order to do this, go up here to your account and go to YouTube settings. Next, you want to go to additional features and click on view additional features. Now, as you can see, these are all the features that are possible with YouTube, and I have all of them enabled, and I'm able to use all of these besides paid subscriptions. Now, you might not have all these in green, and if not, I think there is a way to enable it. There should be something here that says try to get this enabled or whatever, and you can click on it and enter your phone number for a verification, and after you do that, I believe that you can go ahead and make YouTube thumbnails. So after you got that enabled, it should have a green dot right here, which is custom thumbnails. Choose your video's thumbnail by uploading your own. So whenever you go to upload a video, you will see, let's go to Video Manager and let's go ahead and click on this. So this is a thumbnail. This is one of my custom thumbnails, and after you upload the video, down below the tags, it should have thumbnails that you can choose from, or it should say custom thumbnail somewhere. And then your custom thumbnail will show up here, and you can change this image and choose another thumbnail. So now that you know how to enable them, let's go ahead and check out how to make them. Alright, so first thing you want to do is you want to download Gimp. Now this is the application or program that we will be using to make these custom thumbnails. It's basically a free Photoshop, and it's a lot more simpler than Photoshop, but it really does get the job done. As you can see, you can look through my thumbnails, and I think that my thumbnails are pretty good for a beginner YouTuber. So basically, if you want to go to Gimp and download this, the link is in the description. So what you want to do for Windows is click download Gimp 2.8.14, and that is good all the way from Windows XP all the way to pretty much Windows 8. So after you download that, what you want to do is just run it and install it, open up the app, and it should bring you to this right here. But this is basically the interface for Gimp, and we will get to that here in a second. Alright, so now that we've got Gimp, what we will need to do is see what aspect ratio and what export formats we need to use, and this link in the description will tell you just that. So custom thumbnail best practices, this is what they recommend. 1280 by 720, which is a 16.9 aspect ratio. Basically 16.9 is the standard. You get 4:3, which is not, you don't want 4:3. You want 16 by 9. You want 1280 by 720 with a minimum of 640 pixels. 2 megabyte limit, so if you go over 2 megabytes, you cannot upload that for a YouTube thumbnail. And then you want to export your formats in .jpg, GIF, BMP, or PNG. I usually do PNG. And then next is a link in the description for an aspect ratio converter. So basically this will get a 16:9 ratio. So basically you put in the width, so we want 1280 by 720. So you put in the width, which is 1280, and it will give you the height that you need. You can also do, like, you can type in any number and it'll try to give you the best height in order to get a 16.9 ratio. So we could do like 1600, and it will go 900. So 1600 by 900, and you can use any of these, but I highly recommend to use 1280 by 720. Alright, so now it is time to create the GIMP thumbnail. So what you want to do is you want to go up and click File, click New. Now, right here you have templates that you can use, and as you can see, I have a template called YouTube. But in order to make that template, what you want to do is you want to do 1280 in the width, 720 in the height. Go ahead and click Advanced Options and do the resolution 640 because we wanted 640 pixels. And now the X and Y resolutions are 640, so we got 1280 by 720 and 640. We want it in landscape mode. Background color, it really doesn't matter. Go ahead and press OK. Now, if you want to save this as a template, what you want to do is go to File, Create Template, and then you can do a template. So we could try YouTube video. Go ahead and press OK. So now if we exit this, every time we open up GIMP, we go to File, New, go to Template, and there it is, YouTube video. So let's go ahead and click that. Alright, so basically this is your pretty much canvas is how you would say. To the left is the tools if you've never used GIMP. To the right is your layers. So basically the first thing that I do is you want to get a background color. So let's see. Let's just make the template for this video. So basically I might want a text, but let's go ahead and create this. So you create a text box, and normally I do the text box from the far left to the far right. Go ahead and type in what you want. So let's see, what should we do? Creating YouTube thumbnails. Okay, now notice I did all capitalize. That's because I am wanting a certain font. And this font looks better in capitalized. So basically to change the font, you highlight it and you can go up here, and I am using Show Card Gothic right there. And then we can increase the size. Let's see, about 200. Ooh. Yes, that looks good, I suppose. And then if you go down here to the left in the tools, you can center it, and then we can drag this down to the bottom, creating YouTube thumbnails. Go ahead and press, let's see. Alright, I couldn't get it exactly how I wanted it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make creating a text layer and then YouTube thumbnails as a text layer. So I'm going to create two separate layers. So basically, whenever you type this in, you want to drag these to the left and to the far right, and then go down here, press center. Now you'll notice that it is in the top left, top, and it's just too close to the top. So what you want to do is go over to the left and press enter a couple times. So now we got a little bit of room between the far top and the text, which I'll show you why we need that later. So now that we've got that, let's go ahead and create another text layer. So you want to go over here and then create another text layer, get it there, and drag this over, and type in YouTube thumbnails. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to Show Card Gothic. Type in probably 150. I don't like that. Let's go 125. I'd like to have it on the same thing. So if you press these arrows, you can get it. Let's see. Okay, so that looks about good. We can go ahead and drag this down. And we want about the same amount of room up here as we do down here. Now, a hint that I will give you is that if you're viewing YouTube on a phone, the thumbnails will be cut off around the edges a little bit. So that's why I'm leaving room around the edges. Let's see here. Let's take this. I'd like to have it bigger. All right, let's add another space right there. All right, so now we want to change the color of these, but we need a background color. So let's see what we can find. So let's go ahead and go to Google Chrome, and let's type in GIMP. Not GIMP.com, GIMP. let's see, GIMP, Google search. All right, so now we can go to images. GIMP logo. Let's do GIMP logo. And okay, this looks perfect. So, actually, what we want to do is type in transparent. Okay. Now, let's see what we've got. No, that's not. All right, this one right here is transparent. The way you know it's transparent is it'll have these checkers in the back. So if we go to save image, go to desktop, and save that. Now let's open back up GIMP. And what we can do is go to the desktop and drag that logo into here. So now basically what transparent does is it will make it to where this picture of the GIMP logo doesn't have a background. So if I put it over this, you notice that you can still see the text in the back, whereas if it wasn't transparent, it'd just have a white background and you wouldn't be able to see the E and the A. So basically what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and resize this. In order to resize it, you go to this resizing tool right here. Go ahead and click that, and then click on the photo. Now I can go ahead and move it around with my mouse, but as you can see, it's getting out of proportion. So in order for us to do that, not let it do that, you want to hold down Control and then go ahead and scale it to the size that you want. So that looks about good. We can always adjust it and move it right here. Alright, that looks pretty good to me. Let's make sure it's in the center. Alright, that looks perfect. Alright, so now what we want to do, now that we have that, we want a background. So let's think of a good background color. Alright, so I've thought of a good background color, and it is going to be green and yellow. I don't know why, but I just figured I wanted to use those colors. So basically, a really cool effect that you can do is you go down to this fade tool, click down here, right here to get your colors. So we want green, and then we would like yellow. Alright, so the first color is green, second color is yellow. You can change this right here. I just leave it right here like this. So on the left side is going to be green, or wherever we start is going to be green, that's going to fade to yellow. So if we go to this corner up here and drag it to this corner down here, it's kind of a nice fade. Now let's go back, Control Z to go back, and if we hold Shift and we try to, actually it's not Shift, if we hold Control and draw, you'll notice it's a straight line, and that is really cool. Now if you notice, if I just do this fade like this, the fade is really short. Like the difference between yellow and green is real different. So if we make a longer thing like this, you'll notice it's better rather than like that. So we want to go from this corner to this corner. And now we've got that. So let's see. Now we want to change the color of this text. So basically, I forgot to tell you to make this background a fade, make sure you're on the background layer. So now we want to go to the text. So when I highlight this, this is that text, but we want this text. So we want to right click, add alpha to selection. Now what this does is it will add a selection around the text. We can go to edit, fill, and we can fill whatever we want. So let's go ahead and select a color. What should we do? Let's try purple. All right, so go to edit, fill. All right, so as you can see right there, go to select, grow, and basically we can grow the selection. So what you want to do is, I usually do grow 10, press OK. Now as you can see, the selection is outside of the text. All right, so I actually recorded a section of this a while ago, but I forgot to tell you guys something. If you go, after we grow it, if you go to select feather, you can actually feather this to make it rounded and kind of faded around the edges. So in order for us to do this, you want to go to select feather, and you want to feather it double the amount that you grow it. So we grew it at 10, we want to feather it at 20. Now press OK. Now go to edit, actually you want to duplicate this layer and go to the layer beneath. So we can get the background and still see the purple. So we want to go to Edit, Fill with Black, and as you can notice, you will see that's kind of faded around the edges, and it's more of a rounded edge. If you go to Select None, there you go. So now let's do the same thing with the YouTube thumbnails. But before that, we want to merge the purple layer right there and the black layer right there. So basically what we want to do is go to the purple layer, which is on top, right click on the layer, and click Merge Down. Now, that is how you do that. So let's go ahead and go to the YouTube thumbnails. Alright, so click on the layer of YouTube thumbnails, right click, add alpha to selection, and the first thing we want to do is change the color of the text. So we go to Edit, Fill, that'll make it purple, and then select Grow. Let's do 5 since it's a little smaller text, and then we can go to Select Feather and 10 since it's double the 5. Then we want to duplicate the layer, go ahead and press that, go to the layer underneath, and then we can go to Edit, Fill, but we need to change this color back to black, and go to Edit, Fill, select None. Now, that is the thumbnail that we have created. So, that is that. Alright, so now that we have that, I kind of want to mess with this Gimp logo. So basically, let's go ahead and make sure it is in front of all the layers, which it is. And let's go ahead and make it a little bigger. So hold down Control, make it a little bigger, and let's move it like this. Now this kind of gives it that 3D effect because the logo is in front of the text and the paintbrush kind of hangs over, and it kind of gives it that 3D effect. So let's go ahead and go to Add Alpha to Selection, select Grow. Let's just grow it 5. Okay, select Feather 10, and then duplicate it and go there, and then Edit, Fill, select None, and it kind of gives it that black around the edges. So that is that, and I don't really know if I like this green and yellow, so we might change it. I think blue would look good. Blue and a lighter blue. So we can go from this corner and go to this corner. Ooh, I like it. I like it. One last touch. If we go ahead and go here real quick, go to Documents, YouTube, MrWARNINGhazard. Let's go ahead and get this MWH logo. And this is what I do. Now let's bring this to the top. And I always put my logos on my thumbnails. So let's make it about like that. And we put it in here like this. Let's make it a little smaller. Like that. And we will put it right up here or somewhere. Where should I put it? I say we put it right up here. And remember, if you're on a phone, the borders won't be actually this right here. It'll be a little inside, so we'll put it a little inside. Last thing I want to show you is if you go up here to the rulers and you go down, you'll see this line. Now if I move this line right here, I can actually tie this exactly to that line. See how it kind of magnetics to it? And if I go to the ruler over here, it's a vertical line. So basically what you can do is you can get kind of the same, you can make like a little square in the corner. So it looks like we need to go a little that way. That looks like a perfect square. And then I can go ahead and take my logo and tie it right there. And that is that. Alright, the final thing we need to do is go to File, Export As. Don't click Save As because you won't be able to upload it. And go to wherever you want to save it at. Rename it. Let's see, Gimp thumbnail. Now, the default is .png. Now, if you remember right, the max that we can have this thumbnail is 2 megabytes. But normally you're not going to get over 2 megabytes in a photo anyways, at least in thumbnails. So, if you are over 2 megabytes, go ahead and change this PNG to a JPG. What this allows you to do is go to export, and you can actually change the quality of the photo. Now, it actually won't even change it that much, but it will compress the size of the file, allowing you to upload it even if it's above 2 megabytes, and it will get it below that 2 megabyte limit. So I usually export it in PNG, so .png, and export. Go to export, let it export, and that is that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If this helped you out, please leave a rating down below. It might have been a long video. I don't know how long this is. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe for more videos, and I will catch you later. Thank you for watching. Adios.